Okay, well, I really appreciate everybody coming out here today. As you've heard me say many times before, your metro government is dedicated to making sure that everybody, no matter where they live in the city, has an opportunity for their full human potential to shine, and that's what we should all be dedicated to and helping each other, because it's obvious that folks that are really succeeding share a few traits, but one of them is that they are always learning something new. And lifelong learning is one of our city's big values, and today we're here to celebrate that value. It's great to be here at the KentuckianaWorks College Access Center. This is a program that's been working for over a decade to help put people on a higher path to education and higher incomes and away from poverty and away from hopelessness. The center helps people overcome obstacles to college, including the critical step of helping to apply for financial aid. The counselors here also help people find the right school or degree path so they can have joy in what they do, and they help navigate the enrollment process, which can be pretty confusing if you're not used to it, and then take care of basic things like making sure that you've got a steady transportation to get to school. So whatever it takes, we want to help fill that need so we can make sure that folks are getting their degrees and moving on. This past year, the center assisted more than 3,000 people with those free services. Let's give it up for that. More than 2/3 of those folks were lower income, and 83% were first-generation college goers. That's a big deal. So today, we have 3 reasons to be here at the center. Number 1, the first is to dedicate its new headquarters here in the ArtSpace Building. It's so new that not all the furniture is quite here yet, but that's a good thing. And so this new location on West Broadway provides a professional staff for the center staff to work with clients in the heart of our city's cultural and educational center, which obviously is growing and expanding very quickly. Second, we're also here to celebrate an anniversary. The center's largest program, which serves adults 19 and over, is marking its 40th year serving people of our community. That's fantastic. And when you think about people served over those 4 decades, the center has helped tens of thousands of people and nearly 39,000 just in this past decade alone. That's a big deal. And the third important reason we're here this morning is to get the word out that if you want to go to college or know someone who should try to go, now is a super critical time to be paying attention, because October 1st is the day the window opens for people to file their FAFSA form for federal student financial aid. And it's especially important to act quickly here in Kentucky because ours is one of a few states that awards financial aid on a first-come, first-served basis. So it's important you're ready to roll on October the 1st. The staff here at the College Access Center can help you complete the form and make sure that it's filed correctly, giving you the best chance of getting the financial support that can be so critical to affording college. This is a federal program. Brooke Pardue is here representing the congressman. Why don't you come up here, Brooke? Why are you keeping such a low profile? Huh? Come on up here. Let's give Brooke a round of applause here. We got the country's best congressman, so we appreciate you guys. Now, so when you think about the importance of filing, we got to get folks aware of this, because if they wait too long, the money might be run out. So this is really kind of a competition, both on competence to get it filed, make sure you're ready, but get it in first as well. And we'll hear from the importance of that here in a second. First, I'd like to ask Michael Gritton to come up. Michael and the team at KentuckianaWorks, Michael's the executive director there, have been doing a tremendous amount of really good work making sure that we have our workforce ready for our employers. This is the number one issue. We have 30,000 open jobs in our city right now, so making sure we have the right workforce is really critical. And companies really are it's second or third issue when they ask about incentives. Always number one is, do we have workforce? And KentuckianaWorks is doing a really nice job with that under the leadership of Michael Gritton. So please welcome Michael.
Welcome to this great new space. We're thrilled to have the mayor here, and part of what's exciting about what we do here at the KentuckianaWorks College Access Center is the mayor has 3 priorities. One of them is a compassionate city, and one is a city of lifelong learning. And KCAC every day is essentially combining compassion to help people who are looking to move up educationally take the next step so that they pursue that lifelong learning and ultimately earn the skills they need to become people that can take some of the jobs the mayor just described. This is one of the programs we run. Our name is KentuckianaWorks. This is one of the programs we run that actually serves people both in the Louisville area but in Southern Indiana as well. So we have guests from Southern Indiana Adult Ed in the house, so thank you for being here. And it's my job just to introduce LaShayla Goodwin, who is the Executive Director of KCAC. She's going to tell you a little bit more of the specifics about the two kinds of programs that they run here at KCAC. LaShayla has worked here for 10 years and has been the Executive Director for 3. She's doing a fantastic job, has an awesome staff. And so without further ado, I want to introduce you to LaShayla Goodwin.
Good morning, everyone. Again, I'd like to extend a warm welcome on behalf of the KentuckianaWorks College Access Center staff and KentuckianaWorks organization. Without the support of many of you all here today, KCAC would not be standing strong and able to do the work that impacts so many lives of the people in our community since 1977. As a first-generation college student myself, I know firsthand how TRIO programs such as the Educational Talent Search Program and the Educational Opportunity Center Program can transform someone's life with educational attainment. The ETS program and the EOC program are two programs that are run by the KentuckianaWorks College Access Center. The Educational Talent Search Program focuses on working with over 750 9th through 10th grade students, 9th through 12th grade students, in Jefferson County Public School System doing college and career-related services. The Educational Opportunity Center program focuses on adults 19 and over and working with them enrolling in school for the first time or re-enrolling as well. So many of the clients that we serve with KCAC are the first to go to college in their family. It can be an overwhelming process, as many of you all may know. KCAC is here to make that process of going to college easier by providing one-on-one services that assist individuals in whatever stage they may be in reaching their educational goals. Whether it's completing an admissions application to enroll in college for the first time, searching for scholarships, completing the FAFSA application, help with defaulted student loans, or someone who stopped out and looking to re-enroll in college, KCAC is the center for you. The best part about our services is that they're all free, open to anyone in the community. Having consistency and support systems while you're in college is one of the biggest components of retention. KCAC counselors mentor students and clients and advise them in all areas of obtaining their degree. KCAC seeks to empower Kentuckiana youth and adults navigating their post-secondary process and successfully completing their career goals. So again, we welcome you all here. Thank you all so much for everything that you've done for us and continue to do. And without all of our collaborative partners, again, we would not be here and be as strong as we are. So we do appreciate all the things that you all have done, referring clients to us here in our location and allowing us to continue to receive our federal funding every year. So again, thank you.
All right, thank you, Michael and LaShayla and the entire team. Let's give it up for all of our counselors here. Guys, great. I mean, it's a real gift to have a job like this where you see the kind of the immediate benefit that you're making to young folks that are coming in here and looking for the next step. So thank you, guys, for having a big heart. Well, as I mentioned earlier that, we start with individual development. That's important, but that ties into obviously helping our city grow as well. And the 30,000 open jobs we have are something that we're working on really hard every day to make sure that we have filled. And that ties into a bigger picture as well. When people have higher incomes, we can have better health outcomes, reduce poverty in our community. In 2015 alone, that's the latest stats we have, we had 10,000 people work themselves out of poverty in Louisville, and we had 7,000 families work themselves into the middle class. And so this is one of the programs that helps make this happen. So let's hear from two folks that have benefited from the center's work. First up is a young man who has said, I'm going to reorient myself, and he was helped use the center here to get that done. So let's hear from Richard Myers. Richard?
Hello, my name is Richard Myers, and I started right here at KCAC. Dropped out of high school, went into a working career, laborer, and had an injury back in 2011. I was then not able to do my labor job any longer, and went over to JCTC, talked to a guy named Mike Hydry, said, "You need to go up and talk to Fred Harbison up in KCAC." Came up there, Fred got my financial aid straightened out, and it's been an amazing journey ever since. With everybody that helped out at JCTC, the counselor's office, I graduated there, was able to transfer with top honors and a full scholarship to Kentucky State University. It was one blessing after another. There's always somebody there to open the door for you, and I got to open the door for other people, and I'm doing that now. I graduated from Kentucky State, 4.0 summa cum laude. Now I'm there on a full ride scholarship for my master's in computer science, and those guys are teaching me how to stop stuff that's going down. Everybody knows their credit just got hit real bad, so maybe I'll be able to stop that one day. But in the meantime, yesterday I was able to bring up a young person who had never started college. They were a GED product and in their 20s, and they were like, "I want to go back to school." I was like, "You need to come up and talk to Fred Harbison." And that's what it's about. And I love being able to give back, and thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank God for KCAC.
Good job, Richard. Looks like you just walked out of the executive suite here today. Thank you. Good job. So, in addition to helping adults like Richard, this center operates a second program that works directly with high school students, helping make sure that the high school students keep on track with their studies, but also find something that they're going to have some joy in, so that when you go to school, it's like it's good to go to school. So program counselors are based in 5 JCPS schools: Fairdale, Iroquois, Liberty, Valley, and Western. And they worked one-on-one with more than 800 students just this past school year. So a KCAC counselor started working with our next success story when he was a sophomore at Western High School, who went on, by the way, to become the valedictorian at Western High School as well. So please welcome Mark Jones.
Good morning. As he said, I'm Mark Jones from Western High School. I graduated the class of 2017 as the valedictorian, and upon graduating, I also graduated from Jefferson Community and Technical College with my associate's degree in arts. I'm currently enrolled into the University of Louisville, and I'm a Woodford Porter Scholar. And the scholarship covers everything. It's a full ride, so I don't have to come out of pocket. And as a first-generation college student, I had no idea on whether college was for me or what pathway to pursue. And that kind of changed when I met Mrs. Martin, my counselor for KCAC, my sophomore year. She helped pave the way for me, and and when times got rough, I could look to her for that guidance when it came to FAFSA or financial aid or how to cover college, period. And I just want to thank her for the help that she helped me. She was like a second mom to me at home. And yeah, right now, I don't see myself being in a position that I'm at now without the help from the KCAC and the help from Mrs. Martin, and which is a successful young black male trying to be the first to graduate college from his family.
Come on up here, Miss Martin, and say look, come on. How's it feel to help young men like Mark in this program?
It's awesome, and that's why we do the work that we do, to hear these stories of success, as in Mark. Just, it's a struggle sometimes, just working with everyone that we have to work on. It can be overwhelming, but when you get these glimpses of hope and opportunity and seek success, we know that, it's worth it, and what we're doing, it matters. So I wouldn't be doing anything else.
Fred, come on. Your name has been mentioned numerous times here. Let's hear it for Fred. Fred, apparently you're a legend. How's it feel to
I'm
be?
old enough to be.
Well, how is it to help all these kids?
It is very rewarding. We get feedback constantly about one success story after another. I was looking up Mike Heiser and trying to figure out the phone number that I needed to get in contact with him, and I saw him with pictures of with the governor and working in the legislature and that type thing. There's just all kinds of things going on here that we end up making success stories out of, and that me and everyone else here, from the administrative staff to the secretaries to the counselors, it takes the whole ball of wax to do that, and it's a very appreciative job.
Well, teamwork's important in everything. We all know that. And it's important that we've got great teamwork with our local colleges and university. And that relationship is super strong with Jefferson Community and Technical College, which is just a few blocks away. Jefferson is on a major role in our community, really helping us to connect those workforce needs we have with our growing economy. So I'd like to ask President Ty Handy to come up and talk more about that partnership. Mr. President, come on up here.
Yeah, the first few words of our mission statement at the college is, we open doors. Historically, probably for the past 50 years, what that largely has meant is we give you access to college. We haven't comprehensively focused on successful completion of college. And about 2010, with the creation of 55,000 degrees, which drew our attention to the fact that people were not graduating, they need to graduate, we've been doubling down on our efforts to improve success. And KCAC has been a key component of that effort. We don't have the resources at our college to be able to do it ourselves. We rely on partners, key partners, and KentuckianaWorks, Michael Gritton, KCAC, you are a key partner. We're logical extensions of each other, both directions. We would not be as successful as we are without them. And we know that over half of their students who come through here wanting to go to college, over half of them choose Jefferson. In fact, so much so I'm wondering why you're not wearing blue and gold. It was noted. It's just so critical, the help that they give, and it's not just financial aid. When you have such a large proportion of students, and at our school, 2/3 of our students are Pell eligible, when you have such a large proportion of students who are the first in their families to go to college, it's a daunting task to work through the hoops. And KCAC exists to comprehensively help students make that transition. And then with groups like 55,000 Degrees pointing out to us the need for students to be successful, we provide other wraparound services to help make sure students stay in school and persist to that degree. So one of the things I'd like to say that you're not aware of today is we just got our retention rate information for students coming back this fall from last fall. And we track that every year, and I'm pleased to say that it's the highest it's ever been, and it's up 4% over last year. And I want to say KCAC is an important part of that. It's not something that the college has done on their own, but these community groups who are working to support students are so important. Mark, Richard, you're great representatives of the type of student who comes through KCAC, figures out that they can get it done, and will have a lasting impact on our community. I thank you for your hard work, and thank you. And I'm also really pleased to see this new space for KCAC. Thanks.
Thanks, Dr. Handy. So as I mentioned, the KCAC is federally funded through the U.S. Department of Education, and Congressman John Yarmouth has been instrumental in securing that funding. I call Congressman Yarmouth the best congressman in the country because I think he is. He is always working hard for our citizens here in Louisville. Believe it or not, he's got a few pressing issues that require him to be in Washington, D.C., so he can't be here today, but he's represented by Brooke Pardue from his office. So, Brooke, we appreciate your all's good work. Please tell the congressman we appreciate him. And I know Congressman Yarmouth will be working hard on this next budget. The budget that President Trump has put forward will eliminate funding for programs like this. Okay, so it's important that citizens let our congressmen, our U.S. senators know the importance of programs like the KentuckianaWorks College Access Center. You can see the real-time result of making sure that people are moving forward. So if you don't vote, know that your vote counts. And these calls you make into our congressional offices and U.S. Senate officers are important as well. So please let them know that to continue funding for programs like this is absolutely critical. Okay? Also, here as we're wrapping up, in this new location at the ArtSpace Building is the KentuckianaWorks Degrees Work Program. That also helps boost college attainment by contacting and working directly with employers such as Humana, Universal Woods, and Louisville Metro Government to help their employees return to college. We have about 100,000 people in Louisville that have some college but have not finished their degree. So when we talk about 30,000 open jobs, that's the quickest way for us to fill a lot of those jobs is by upskilling current folks in the community. So both the KCAC and Degrees Work are important contributors to the work being done by 55,000 Degrees, which is part of our city's education movement. The CEO of 55,000 Degrees is Mary Gwen Wheeler. She's out of town today, so we're fortunate to be joined by 55K's Director of Community Relations, Emma Horn. Emma?
Thank you, Mayor Fisher. At 55,000 Degrees, we know that a college degree has never been more critical and at the same time has never been more expensive. As a community, we are fortunate to have wonderful organizations like KCAC and the services that they provide that help remove barriers and obstacles that our students face. As you heard from Richard and from Mark, it also takes the support of a caring, compassionate adult to help students reach their goal of a college degree. We see affordability as a major barrier to attending college and completing a college degree. We've now seen this show up in our most recent census data that shows Louisville's percentage of working age adults with a college degree dipping down to 42.4%. Paying tuition remains one of the toughest obstacles for many students. Costs have risen dramatically, and at the same time, many students are facing financial issues at home that make surviving high school even a challenge. And we know that now we need bold, innovative action that will help these families overcome these obstacles, all at the same time making sure they continue to have access to that student, that caring adult that's helping them achieve their college degree. So thank you to KCAC for all that you all do, and thank you for your support in our community.
All right, thank you, Emma, and to you and the entire 55K team. So in closing, I'd like to send a clear message. If you dream of going to college and think you can't, think again. Now is your time to act. And if you know someone who should be trying to go to college, tell them to contact the KentuckianaWorks College Access Center. The phone number is 584-0475, or go online at kentuckianaworks.org/KCAC. All right, let's keep this good work going. Thanks, everybody, for coming out today. We're going to do a ribbon cutting now. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
This has been a Metro TV production, a public service of Louisville Metro government.